Alright, hello there. So I have been a VTuber on YouTube for exactly 1 year, and I'll be here to discuss some experiences and then well, also stuff related indie games and such a little bit, because that's what I also do when I forgot to mute the phone. So give me a second. Alright. So like this, I guess. So let's get started. Yep, that is. I will cover that, how I prepared the streams, and that is the thing that I consistently forget. Yeah, thank you. So, how did you get into streaming? Well, I made this flopped game, and I needed something new because, basically, I guess visibility was more of the problem, why the game flopped. Also, well, there were problems with the game too, but I thought that, well, I need to also do something about the visibility thing. And well, it wasn't exactly that well planned. I just stumbled upon the VTuber tech and somehow just got it working, and then I ended up streaming to my patrons, and well, quite a lot later I was yeah, maybe I can do this publicly, kind of like that, I guess. Oh yeah, and feel free to ask any questions if you have them. I will gladly answer. So, well, how has this 1 year been? Well, it has been good and bad, I guess. Streaming has been pretty fun. That is good at least. But also, streaming takes quite a bit of time. Just twice a week. And then in June I streamed 3 times a week, and that was kinda rough. I also need to make indie games because you don't make any money out of streaming. So it is a constant process of balancing. And well, you don't make these days money out of indie games either, really. So it's also struggle with money. Basically, if you have the visibility, then you're pretty fine, I guess, but I don't, so well, that's kind of why the streaming thing also got started. And I have been honestly kinda lost on what I'm supposed to do with game development. Streaming is kinda, it is easy to see what you need to do. You just need to basically stream more. And if you want to do it faster, there are also ways to kinda, well, you know, at least on YouTube you can cover trendy topics and such, and you will have a little better chance of getting more views, at least for videos. Not sure about streams. Streams are kind of a mystery. Sometimes YouTube throws you a lot of viewers for no reason, but that is also, I guess, a good thing in a way. But yeah, it has been, well, in terms of streaming, it has been kinda steady progress, but it will be several years to get monetized on YouTube, so it's not exactly helping with the money problems, but oh well, that is life, I guess. But if I can somehow keep doing it, this will probably lead somewhere at this rate. Unlike, like let's say social media or something these days. That seems like a dead end, so I'm pretty glad I started streaming and, well, haven't done the social media that much. So, have you grown as a streamer, like in the sense of like become better as a streamer? And I guess I kinda have, but there is still like ways to go to get better. Probably like the most obvious thing for me is that I'm way less nervous like before the stream. Like in the beginning it was like very full of butterflies like every time. And that was kinda stressful, but luckily it got better. And now it's like, well, I'm just chilling the stream and starting the stream like, well, doing the preparations like last minute more or less. It's not that stressful still. Also like, there is way less like mumbling, like I think my way of speaking is a little more than a little clearer than before. Like there are still issues with English and such. But like I watched like some of the videos for reference or the streams that I streamed in the beginning, and it was like really monotonous and like mumbly kind of speaking, and it's not like the most pleasant thing to listen to. And then I watched like some of my newer streams like the Hollow Note randomizers, and it's way better, so that's good at least. And also like occasionally I have like more fun with the voice too, which is neat because it's really something that I don't do in real life. Like as well when streaming visual novels, like sometimes I do like funny kind of voices and stuff, and that is something that I wouldn't have like had the courage to do. That is good. And English is probably a little better. Still could do better, but it's kinda hard. It will just take time, I guess. Patience and a little bit of like conscious effort. Also like there is way less like dilly-dallying than before. Like I get to the point like quicker and like start the stream faster basically. And that is probably good on YouTube because people don't have patience. So at least like those things, it is something. Still like more work to do, but I'm pretty happy that I have improved a little bit at least. Are there any streamers who have inspired you? Well, like I don't know like if there is like a specific streamer, but like the whole concept of VTubers basically is inspiring in a way. You know that like it's kind of hard to explain. Like it is kind of like a shell, like a protective shell in a way. Like people can't like, if like even like if people come and like mock your appearance or so, like it is only the shell. So in that sense, like realizing that you can do streaming like safely is kinda neat. And like seeing like some of the VTubers and seeing that they can succeed, like that has been inspiring. And maybe like some of the more calm and quiet kind of VTubers. Like they have been inspiring in a way, because I am not like the typical loud, energetic YouTuber that people are used to, but seeing that like the more quiet kind of VTubers can also thrive and succeed, like that has been inspiring. But yeah, honestly, I haven't at least recently I haven't watched that many VTubers. Like, you know, at some point I watched the Hello Live streams, and then I have watched like random like indie VTubers a little bit, but haven't had the chance really, and it's kinda hard to find like them. But like some of the Japanese Hello Live VTubers have been kinda like small inspiration at least. Not really in the sense that I want to copy anybody or anything, but seeing that like my more natural style can also succeed. In theory at least. No big success like in reality, but still. Is YouTube good for streaming? Well, to be honest, YouTube seems kinda iffy, at least for the kind of gaming streams that I do. You know, like niche games, like indie visual novels and stuff, and then like older games like, oh, Hollow Knight is pretty old, I guess. Like YouTube seems to be like probably good for like more trendy stuff, like if there is like a new game and you stream like that, then you're more likely to succeed. And then like if there is like some kind of like, oh, I don't know, like what is the modern day like Fortnite that kids play, but basically something like that. Well, Hollow Knight is niche like today, kinda. Actually, it's not like as niche as like actually like individual novels, but like, well, the prime Hollow Knight streaming time was probably like maybe 3 years ago or even earlier than that. But now it's kind of like people have seen it and people have seen like the randomizers and everything, so there are probably still people that watch it, but it's probably nowhere like as easy way to get viewers as it must have been like many years ago. But what I think YouTube is good for is actually art streams and development streams. At least in my experience it seems so. Like it has been pretty consistent that like YouTube just like throws like extra viewers at my like NES game development streams or whatever. And that is kind of surprising. I'm sure you can probably thrive also with that kind of content on Twitch, but YouTube seems pretty like viable for that at least. And what YouTube also has like going to it is, well, that the streams will be there as videos. So, but even if the stream doesn't get like a ton of views, it might get like some overtime. And that is something that like Twitch is pretty iffy for watching older streams, like they are kinda annoying to find. But YouTube is good in that respect. Also you can like create like custom thumbnails and stuff for the streams to like boost the, well, after the fact like views of the videos. So that is good for YouTube at least. Also like technically like there are sorts and stuff that you can maybe use to like get drive more views and such, but it's kind of tricky for streaming. Clipping like at least like clipping my content is hard, like making sorts out of them. Yeah, it's also definitely good to have them in one place, like that is really convenient. Like in the past, like people have been like you need to have like different channel for streaming and videos, but I kinda don't think you need to have it. Like it seems fine to me to have like one channel and then organize stuff by like playlists, and then like you can put like recommended content at the top and stuff like that. And yeah, if you make like games too, like in theory you can kinda like also get more views for your trailers, but well, it is a whole other matter of getting that far that you actually have subscribers. And well, yeah, I guess what is good about YouTube in a way is that like the growth you get is pretty consistent. Like it is pretty like linear, like how many subscribers you get like over time. But it is kind of random in a way, but over time it seems kind of consistent. So if you just keep doing it, you will get like subscribers, I guess. But well, the downside is that you need like ton of subscribers. Like you need 500 or 1,000 subscribers depending on where you live. So it is rough. Like at this rate, it will probably take like 5 years or something for me to like get monetization. But well, it's not all about that. Like it is also about like having fun and like spreading awareness about good indie games and trying to make like good indie games and games that like make people smile and like get visibility for those. And I guess like another good thing about YouTube is that there doesn't seem to be a lot of harassment. Like I have seen like maybe like one case of it, and well, basically the guy had to like insult me in some obscure language, and even then YouTube wouldn't really show it, and you can't just like ignore basically the like nasty comments and just delete them later. Also, like a good thing is that the chat thingy, like the chat replay is there, so you don't need to like do like fancy overlays or anything necessarily. That is also like a way to like negate like all the harassment, because then because you can just delete the nasty messages later, so there is like no merit to do it. So YouTube seems pretty safe to me, but that is good. Like if you like doing art streams, or if you like to cover like trendy stuff, and maybe like if you like to play like popular games or like new games, then YouTube seems kind of viable to me. But if you do niche content, then it's kind of tricky, but I guess other platforms are too. So no idea how to go about that. I like YouTube like overall, but I don't have experience with other platforms, so it's hard to compare. Like I guess it depends on like what you do, like where you should stream basically. what does streaming mean to you? Well, streaming basically means like, well, it is like multiple layers. Like, streaming is like a way to have fun in a way. And streaming is also kind of like more like of a purpose or like a job in a way. You know, like, well, spreading the word about indie games, like that is a purpose. And like spreading the gay agenda is kind of a purpose. Then like streaming is kind of about like community. And I guess like YouTube is kind of lacking in the community aspect, but overall it is still kind of about community. It's better like later when you have like more subscribers, then you can like, well, you have like more vibrant chat and you can pick up like comments and such more easily and answer them. But even like if you have like 1 or 2 dedicated chatters, even then like it's nice. It's really nice. And like I kind of feel that streaming is just like streaming is the way to go, like compared to, let's say, social media. Like social media is kind of done at this point, I feel. But I feel that streaming has like a future at least. So something like that, like a lot of different things. But I guess like first and foremost, like if you're not having fun streaming, then it will be rough. So that is like the most important thing, I guess. Oh, let me actually drink a little bit. Yum, 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 yum. So, how and why did you make the VTuber avatar? Well, the truth is, I actually kind of half accidentally made this. And it was like several years back actually. Like, I did like private streams to my patrons like before I went to YouTube. Basically, so it's not like I did it like 1 year ago. It was more like 2021 or something, I guess. Basically, I was just like curious about the tech. And I didn't even know like it was a big thing. Though I guess it wasn't like super big yet back then. But it was getting big at least. And I was like, yeah, this seems interesting. Like if I can do this, because I already had like 3D models for my games. And I was like, yeah, I'll give it a try, like see how it works. Like maybe I can like do animations for my game characters and stuff. And well, I just somehow got it working. And well, like after that, it was like gradual improvement, like to the model and to the tech and well, to my streaming skills too. Yeah, I stream for my patrons with like the earlier iterations of the model. And then like after quite a while, I felt like more confident in my skills. Like, you know, like in the beginning when I started to stream my patrons, like my English was honestly like really bad. And also like, yeah, it was really choppy and the pronunciations were even like worse than now. But yeah, it is actually like a good way to get into streaming, but I'll get to that like later. Well, I guess now So tips for people who are getting into streaming. I would say that my number one tip is like, well, basically give it a try, but find like a comfy and safe place where you do it. Like you don't need to go like public like immediately. You can also like test waters like in different ways. Like you can, I would say that like streaming to friends is probably like one of the better ways to do it. Like, you know, like you can screen share on Discord or something like that. Like you can get yourself like OBS and like pop out the preview window and like screen share or window share that on Discord to your friends. And like you can just chat with your friends, so you can like do actual streaming, like you can maybe like voice chat and like play some game, like something like that, basically to get like more comfy and get like the feel of it, like how it feels. And then you can also like do private streams and stuff. And you can invite like a couple of people to a private stream, let's say on YouTube or something, and like test the waters that way. Like you don't need to like jump into the deep end of the pool like immediately. Also, like you don't need like any fancy setups. Like you don't even need like a camera. You can just like get the PNG image of like your avatar and just like stick that to the corner of the window or the screen and like stream like that. Like it doesn't need to be like perfect in the beginning. You can just start. You don't need to do like the thing that like the bigger VTubers do, like do like fancy like launch like ceremony or anything really. I didn't do that. I just started streaming and yeah, maybe it's not like optimal in terms of like if you want to build up hype, but it is like less stressful, I feel. And well, like these days with social media and everything, like even if you try to build up hype, like most likely you won't, and most likely like nobody will watch your first stream. So why put like so much effort in it? You can just like take it easy and have fun. Like no need to stress like so much. To me it feels like a lot of people struggled actually with the getting started thing. Like having like too high expectations of like the quality and stuff. But you don't need to like do that much. You don't even need like an overlay or anything. Just the avatar in some form to do like VTuber streams. Or they call it like a PNG tuber if it's just a PNG. Like that is a thing. Also, like another tip I would like to give people is that hide the number of viewers who are watching your stream and like never look at it during the stream, because well, it kinda makes it awkward and it makes it more stressful. Like basically assume that you have like, well, maybe one or two like viewers at time, like at any time. It's better like on YouTube, it doesn't even matter if you have like 0 viewers, like the VOD will be there anyway. So it's not like it goes to waste on YouTube. Also, like another tip I have is like don't worry about messing up. Like messing up is the charm and spice of streaming. Like if you mess up, it is content. And like people kind of watch like streams for the like human aspect, and like I guess people also can watch streams for like the more chill kind of aspect. Like the average like video on YouTube is like kinda stressful to watch with how hectic they are, so you don't need to like do anything like that. You can just be yourself and have fun, and hopefully that will resonate with viewers. What are my best streaming moments? I kind of feel that I'm actually like, it's hard to tell like if I as a person have like had like super like memorable moments or like been like memorable, but the games I have been playing, like they have been pretty memorable to me, and I feel that my channel is heavily carried by the great indie games that I have been playing. Like some of the memorable ones are Butterfly Soup, Bellfall, To Do Today, and Hollow Knight, I guess. Like at least, well, especially like the randomizers, and then the 5-hour marathon fight with the Lost Kin. And like pretty much like all the streams have been fun to me. There are streams that are kinda iffy for the viewers, but I have been having fun at least. Worst fails and regrets related to streaming. Probably the number one is the color scheme of fools in Hollow Knight. Like, you know, like fails are the like spice of streaming, and fails are content, but those two streams aren't content. They are kinda like, well, just watching me bang my head against the wall. But that is like kinda the tricky part about streaming. Like you don't really like know, like when you're playing a new game, like how to like play it and like where to stop and like what you're supposed to do at any moment. Especially like in Hollow Knight, it's kinda like it just puts the challenge there, like, yeah, you know, here is the is the Lost Kin, like you can like bonk the thingy and go to the fight, and it's actually not something you're supposed to do, but you can do it. But it's hard to tell. But I think like in a way I have kinda learned from those. Like sometimes it is best to also give up and like leave the difficult things for later or do them off stream. And I have kinda been doing that in my like development streams and such, at least. Like if it gets like too grindy or complicated, just go tackle another task and go do the annoying one off stream to make it like better for the viewers. I guess like also kinda like a slight regret is like being a little sheepish about promoting my streams. Like I could be better at that, but now it's kinda like, yeah, is it worth it with social media being the way it is? Oh yeah, talking about that, there is actually like a way to kinda promote your streams. Like there are these VTuber websites where you can like make an account and they will they will kinda like hopefully show it to people at least sometimes if you're live. Like using those might get you a few viewers. Also like, well, it was kind of a learning experience, but in June I streamed like 3 times a week and kind of felt that it was maybe a little bit too much. At least like, given that I have to make games too somehow. But like overall I don't think I regret like that much actually. Like it has been like pretty fun overall. Let me drink again. Yeah. How do you prepare for streaming? Well, like, basically, I try to do like a little bit of humming or such to like, well, get my voice warmed up, but most of the time it's not enough because I spend my days at the computer and don't speak with anybody, so well, the voice will sometimes be kinda croaky or whatever, but that's how it is. I try at least do the humming thing, and it helps a little bit sometimes, but I don't know. No idea like how to actually make it work better. Then I try to mute the phone, but as you could see, I forget that really often. Then I try to post on social media, and well, I have been kinda slacking off in that sense. Also, I always get this nagging feeling like, am I being like too noisy or like selfish for posting them? Well, maybe it would be better to get rid of that mindset, but yeah, I'm not sure about the social media thing at all at this point. And well, also I do like volume checks and like make sure that the games I have or like plan to stream like they launch. Like it is good to do that like, well, like before the stream I guess. Then I get like typically I get like 3 glasses of juice or soda to drink during the stream. And that's more or less it I guess. Like it has been pretty much the same that I did in the beginning. Yeah, I guess you're supposed to like be noisy on social media, but it is kinda hard for me. But yeah, I guess like, well, it is your like channel and or like account or whatever, and like if people don't like it then they can like mute you or something. So I guess with that mindset like you could basically be louder, but yeah. How's the indie game scene in 2023? Well, it is kinda rough, I guess. Like the number one problem is that it is really hard to get seen these days. Like there are so many games and like the storefronts and such don't really give like that much visibility to new games, and so basically after like a week or two like you're basically on the same starting line as like both big hit games like from years ago basically, and then like the storefronts are like, alright, these big hit games have like 2,000 like positive reviews or something, and you have like 5, so nope, you're not getting any views basically. And that's how it kinda is. And then yeah, like even like free games don't seem to do well anymore. Like it just, there are so many games that it's impossible to find anything more or less. Social media is totally useless for promoting your games, and the mainstream media ignores like everything but the big hit indies basically. So yeah, getting your game like seen and making money out of game is really tough. Like if you have like the visibility to begin with, then you're probably fine, but if you don't have it, like then yeah, I don't know like how it's supposed to work. And that is kind of why I have been lost about this indie game thing. Like sure, they are fun to make and I can like tell like important and meaningful stories with them and like do like fun and experimental mechanics and stuff, but well, nobody is going to see the games most likely, and nobody is going to pay for them. So yeah, I don't know how it's going to work. Well, at least like, well, if you're a newcomer to the indie game development, like the tools are better than ever, and it's pretty easy to get started. And it is still fun to make games, as long as you can afford it. But yeah, I don't know, like this year I have, and like, well, last year, well, in the 1 year period more or less, like, I have released like 3 smaller games. And pretty much like all of them got ignored more or less. But they did get like a little bit of visibility on it. And I didn't release anything on Steam, but I don't think like you can like really release a small game on Steam, like it just doesn't work. And I don't know like if Steam is even worth it at this point. Like it is so flooded there too that, yeah, I don't know. Like the way to go to at least get like some money seems to be to like make like games that you can put in the bundles on each, like the Queer Games bundle. And maybe the Queer Halloween stories. Yeah, I don't know, but Epic Games Store, like if they paid you like several $1,000 for like exclusivity, basically, I think it's probably worth it, because nobody will see or play your game anyway, basically. So it's more or less like the same result, but you have more money. But that's kinda how I feel about it. If you're like a small indie. But I don't think they will pay like small indies, so oh, in the end it doesn't help. Oh yeah, the scene is kinda rough, I guess. Tips for making queer indie games? Well, I guess like the starting point for like any games would be like what makes like this game enjoyable, and like you try to think it from the point of view of the player. Like, why is this game special, and why will this game make the player feel good, and stuff like that. Well, beyond that, it is hard to really say what is like what works and what doesn't. Like in terms of like queer indie games, what I feel is that like one way to do them is to like take your own life experiences and add like a little bit of spice to them. It doesn't even need to be like big experiences. It can just be like some minor facet of your life, basically. Like back when I made like Roasted Replica like really many years ago, what I basically did was that I basically picked up like kind of like personality traits that I had and like extrapolated them and then like made a character around that, more or less. Like in that way, like then it becomes like really easy to relate to the characters and make them realistic. Like you can be like yeah, I have like this like tiny bit of like a tomboy in me, and then you go like, yeah, I know kind of how it works like some days, and then I can like isolate like that aspect and put it into a character more or less, and then you can be like yeah, this is how like this character would work, like even like that feeling I have like some days, basically. But also like it seems that people really like the kind of queer indie games like where like you're like strong or like lived experience like traumas even or something are like discussed, but well, it doesn't really help me that much because I don't really have like that strong lived experiences. Like I don't have like traumas, or there isn't like anything like much like trauma in like how my childhood was or like how I came out or something like that. It seems like for the transgender themed games, like there is more fuel for that kind of things and people can like relate to it. But like beyond that, it seems kind of like, well, you basically can write like your own kind of narrative, and well, queer people and queer gamers seem to love narratives. And like that's probably why the queer visual novels are so prevalent. Also like, well, because they are easy to make too, I guess. But there are also other ways to go around, like if you like coding, like narrative can be other things too, like it doesn't need to be text. Like you can tell stories with level design, or like you can do like more RPG kind of a game, or you can make like a platformer that doesn't have like too heavy story but a little bit of like environmental storytelling or something. Yeah, you can also like do like research to like overcome the difficulty of relating to the characters and like to like know how like some experience actually work. Also you can like, well, basically get somebody who is like in the right minority to like well, do some consulting. Though it's kinda, that is kinda tricky in a way because some people kinda find it annoying if you ask too many questions, and also like it is kinda work, so then it becomes like a question of like whether you should pay them. Ideally you should, but well, money doesn't grow in trees, sadly. But well, let's say like for like if you just want to make a game jam game, then you can get like the right kind of people in the group, and then it will work, I hope. Also like another tip I have is that quality is way more important than quantity. Like basically it is better to do like a short game that has higher quality than to do a long game that has like low quality basically. But even like quality is really subjective sometimes. Well, basically what I'm saying is that like your game will do better if you polish it like, well, basically as much as you can. And smaller games are easier in that sense, like you don't need to polish like that much. And well, like talking about polish, like leave that for the end, I guess. Like ideally, sometimes you want to do like kind of a small slice of the game to get like the look and feel right, but like if you make like a bigger game, you probably want to just get like the mechanics right. If it's like well, not a visual novel. If it's a visual novel, then it is a different matter. Like then you can basically just write the story and do it with the placeholders and then like replace the placeholders more or less. Something like that. Opinion on using generative AI in game development. Well, I dislike it in the way how like the models are trained and how they're used these days. Like there might be like a way to do it more ethically, but currently it is really iffy and I wouldn't like recommend using them. And well, anyway, I'm kinda salty actually about like how like AI generated videos or content will sometimes just get like a ton of views and publicity, even though they are basically nonsense. And like it's not like humans can't do like nonsense well. Like the absurd kind of comedy has been there like forever, but why give the AI generated stuff like so much hype? It kinda hurts when like you try to do like content yourself and you think like, yeah, I kinda nailed it with these jokes, and then well, somebody will basically show you like a video like, hey, this like new AI comedy video is super rad, and you watch it and you're like, yeah, what is fun about this? And it has like 1 million views or something. But yeah, I kinda get why people are using the AI, because these days like there is absolutely no reward for like doing things the hard and honest way. Like if you make like a game the hard and honest way, well, people won't play it and people won't talk about it and people won't rate it like no matter what. Typically. So then it's like, yeah, well, I'm not making money out of this. So how am I supposed to spend like money on the art and such? So that I can see, but oh well. But like, well, I think the AI models should be like trained on like public domain art or like your own art or something, or like art that is specifically licensed for the AI training materials, like stuff like that. Like then it would be better. But currently it's kind of like, well, you can like, yeah, the picture isn't in the database or something, but you can basically tell the AI like draw this picture in the style of this specific artist and blah 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 blah, and then it will basically be, well, just like pretty much one copy of it, more or less. And well, that is not great. That is just like, well, basically the same as you like hire yourself an artist and say like, yep, go copy that picture, I will not pay you, and then I will take it and then like call it my work. Also, like, there is an interesting thing actually to this, like, at least in the US, like, the copyright law protects work of human creation, and art made by AI is not a human creation, so art made by AI is not covered by copyright most likely. So if you make like a game with like AI art, well, you don't own the art, basically. Like, you haven't made it. It is. Well, I don't know like who owns the art, but you don't own it most likely. And you don't have a copyright on it. Like, basically anybody can. As far as I know, like, take it, but don't take my advice. Like, there was somebody with like actually like legal, like educational legal things doing a video on this. So what's that, I guess. But yeah, not a fan of the AI generated thingies, like the way they are. Like, they could be good, but they aren't at the moment. They could be like a useful tool, but there are also other useful tools. Like, if you need like reference or something, like, well, you can just basically tell your friend to like pose and you can take a photo of that, or you take like some blocky 3D model and pose it the way you want, and then like use that as a reference. So you can take like public domain image from the internet and like use that as a reference. So it's not like you need the AI exactly. How the games you have streamed inspired your own game development? Well, kinda probably in the higher level. Like, not exactly like I want to make exactly like a game like this, but more like, oh, you can like do this kind of thing, like if you're like really bold and confident, basically, like that kind of thing. Like, you know, like for example, like butterfly soup. Like, I have been kinda shy on like doing like really like strong kind of comedy or like toilet humor or stuff like that. But playing in butterfly soup kinda made me realize that actually sometimes like no filter is the best kind of filter, more or less. Like, I guess it, like, especially in comedy, like, it's not funny if you try to like be nice to everybody, but you still don't need to do like the most like nastiest kind of humor. Like, the toilet humor is, I guess, kind of safe bet even, because, well, regardless of like if you're like from some minority or if you're in the majority or whatever, like, well, oh, people poop and stuff, so that's how it works. So in that sense, like yeah, it's kind of hard to explain, but that game kind of made it click for me. Like, oh yeah, you can actually just write humor and it can be funny even though like, or you wouldn't like exactly go like to some kind of like, well, among like some snobby writers and go like, yo buddies, I wrote toilet humor. It's really good. But in games it can be good. Also like, kinda another thing that I have realized when playing like these games is that sometimes like bad, well, so-called bad style can actually be a good style, like be it art style or something else. And I think like a good example of this is the game Bellfall. I wouldn't even say that, but it's really unfair to call the art style bad, but the art style kind of makes you think like, yeah, this was kinda drawn in MS Paint, but it's not, at least. But even if it's drawn in MS Paint, like it is really charming and I really love it. So you don't need to like go for the most typical kind of art style. And like, if you like tailor it to the like feel of the game, like the really quirky kind of art style can sometimes be like the ideal art style. Or like, oh, this is from the like several games, but your own like lived experience can be really powerful, and it can be just little things, but the most powerful things seem to be like some kind of story that is like heavily inspired from things that you did in your life or you experienced in your life, kinda. But it can also be something really small, like even like just small detail, like I don't know, like actually when I made the modern Cave Girl Midsummer game, like one of the backgrounds is basically all the backgrounds are like scenes that I saw and took pictures of, kind of. And even like small things like that, like they can add like a little bit of authenticity or whatever to the game. So like that kind of inspiration I guess I have gotten from these games, but not really like something like I want to copy. Like my style of making games is kinda weird, and like the way I like evaluate my games is that the weirder it is, like the better it is, kind of. Would you like to do collab streams with anybody? Yeah, I definitely would love to, but well, there are introvert problems. It's kinda hard with like total strangers. Like, imagining something like doing like a collab with some like famous VTuber, like that is just like outright scary to me. But like with some like smaller streamer, like I think like most of them would be actually a good match, but it's just that I kinda need to learn to know people to like interact with them. Like maybe like with just one person I can kinda do it like without too much, but like a larger group of people, then it's probably going to be like, yeah, I can't talk anything basically because well, I don't know how to do it, and I'm kinda like paralyzed by the strangers, more or less. Like something that I would love to do is have like some kind of queer streaming group, like do like well, a queer VTuber group or something. But I would try to ask people a couple of times, but it's hard to find enough people. Like I have found like 1 or 2 people who were kind of like, well, maybe, but I don't know. But like ideally you would like to have like, maybe at least like 4 people for that kind of a group. Like then you could have like, well, basically you could like make a schedule that keeps people busy, and then you can like efficiently cross promote each other and do collabs easily. Something like that would be neat, but it seems to be really hard to organize, and I'm not the best like organizing kind of people when it comes to social matters. But yeah, I would like to do collabs somehow, but it's hard. Would you join a VTuber group if given a chance? Well, to be honest, like the big VTuber groups and organizations, like they seem like outright like predatory to me. Like just the like other day, I kinda knew already like some of this, but the other day I heard like some of the groups like basically require you to not only like hit like your existing social media, but possibly even to like delete your like some of your old stuff or even all of it. That is scary. I wouldn't like to do that. And also like the thing that like you don't own like your own personality anymore, like that's just really scary. Like I wouldn't do that. But like, yeah, some smaller group that is more like everybody does like their own thing, but kinda together, like that kind of thing I would definitely be up to. Even better if it were like a queer group or otherwise like relatable group. Something like that, but I don't think like the big groups or organizations are going to be a thing for me. Favorite game genre to stream? Well, this probably comes as no surprise, but it is Metroidvanias. I just love the genre. Like, they are really easy to stream. Like, you don't need to prepare like talking points or anything, and but you can just play them and have fun, and people will have fun when they watch it, more or less. Also, like in like more like broad perspective, like retro style games, but they are kinda. So I'm kinda like iffy about streaming like retro games because copyright things and stuff. So yeah. But I wish there were like more like queer indie games that were like, oh, Metroidvanias or some kind of retro style games. Like I would love to stream like some kind of like queer RPG or something too. Like that would be great. But RPGs are kinda rare. Like in the queer like narrative sense. Least favorite game genre to stream? Well, horror games I guess, but I wouldn't stream them anyway, so it's kinda like hypothetical, but you know, kinda being a vampire but not liking blood and like kinda fainting when you see gore or something. Like it's not like the best kind of streaming experience then. So horror games I don't know, but out of the games that I have streamed, like I guess like in retrospective, like the crafting and farming kind of games, like Stardew Valley and like hypothetically like Minecraft or something, Like they, I do love playing them, but they are tough to stream. Like you need to prepare a lot of talking points to make it work, and I don't have like that strong small talk skills, so it's, yeah, I do love playing them, but I don't know how to stream them in a way that is fun. How's the gay agenda spreading going? Well, not too hot exactly, but I'm doing what I can. Like, well, like YouTube has been giving me like a little more views at least, so maybe it's going to the better direction, but it will take time to actually make a real difference. But well, I'm working on it. So here is the subscriber crafting from like this one year. You know, well, it is pretty much like a straight line, more or less. Like there are a couple of bumps. I think like at the start of the stream it was like 78 or something, and plus 69 subscribers in 1 year. So yeah, if you think that like you need like 1,000 to monetize, well, it's not exactly straight, so it's good enough. But yeah, it would be better like if it were like more like an exponential kind of thing, but most likely, like I don't see how this is going to be like accelerated much in the future. Like yeah, maybe if you hit like the 1,000 mark, then it will be faster. I guess it could be faster too, like if I did like, if I chased trends and tried to do like trendy content, of if I told people to like and subscribe like in every video, but yeah, I don't think it really matters that much. It's kinda given at this point, like everybody wants you to like and subscribe, so yeah, I don't think it's really worth it for me, and it feels kinda cheap. Oh, and this is like different kind of crafts. Like the graph at the top is like, the green one is watch time and the purple one is viewers. So well, basically you can see that the beginning was really slow. Then it has been like slightly better, except in July, because I was kinda worn out by streaming too much in June. But yeah, even like this, like, well, it's better definitely than in the beginning, but not too much. I know, I guess there is kinda like a correlation to like the graph at the bottom is like when I have streamed or like published videos. There is kinda like a correlation to like, well, the more you stream, the more views and watch time you will get. But like with these few subscribers, like I don't think like the 3 times per week is actually like super worth it, like this data considered. Like it's better to like 2 times a week seems to be like something that YouTube considers like good enough. Like if you stream two times a week, then YouTube will be like, yeah, you probably deserve like some viewers based on this, like based on what I've seen. If it's just one time, or like if you take like breaks, then there will be like like a bit heavier, like deep into crafts. Yeah, oh, something like this. So well, games that I have streamed are these basically in the 1 year span. They are all kinda small games, but I have been working on the next big thing, and then like another small game that I'll get back to like a bit later, hopefully. And then, well, there is the retro game development that hopefully also leads somewhere. Stuff like that. So, well, does anybody have any like questions? I will gladly answer them. There is probably like, well, like the pace has been a little intense, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's hard to like even remember like all I said. Or you can also like ask them later, and you can ask him in the comments or such. Well, then like, well, I haven't like done this much, but like, well, I would like to give like a shout out to my patrons actually, like, well, especially Raycal, because he gave me a ton of like good questions to answer. But that was much needed. Like, they are kind of hard to think of myself. I just like mostly took them and like well, rewrote them a little bit to like fit into the presentation more or less. But yeah, and like, well, I would have been like in trouble more than a couple of times without the patrons. Like, it isn't much money, but when you earn like basically nothing, then like even little money is much, basically. Well, thank you for watching, but actually, as a surprise, like, I was thinking like maybe I could actually like play one of my games like on stream, like one of these basically. Like Pink Takes AP is a Metroidvania kind of a game, like really weird kind of Metroidvania. Then Solstice Snow Globe is, well, kind of Christmas themed game. And Modern Cave Girl Midsummer is a quirky comedy visual novel. So, any requests? I actually have them like all prepared, so well, let's see. Oh, if I had to choose, like, I would probably play like either Pink Takes Shape or Modern Cave Girl Midsummer. But it's kinda far away still, like the Christmas thing. But like, it will be relevant like later. Let me see. Okay, I'll stop the music and then get something going. Alright, let's see. Well, let's play this, I guess. Just to give like people who haven't like actually seen my games like some idea. Let's see. This is probably fine. So let's see. Click. Oh, I guess actually more volume wouldn't hurt. Oh, I can't make it louder there, but let me see. Well, I guess like this is good enough. All right. Nothing like wasting the whole summer playing. Oh, do I have like the other thing? Oh, it's probably gamepad. I'll put it away. Oh, the other thing is actually there. Oh, that explains it. Oh, nothing like wasting the whole summer playing video games and... Jeez, why is my phone operator sending me spam texts all the time? Henna, wanna go camping with me? Who is this even? The girl from the queer cafe? Like half a year ago? The one with the curly red hair? But we exchanged like 2 messages back then, and that was it? Surely she meant to send this to somebody else? Oh, actually, it's kinda hard to dodge the messages. This is awkward, but I'll try to play it cool somehow. Surely you meant to send that to somebody else? Nope. Just admit it. There's nothing to admit. I'm really asking you to go camping with me. Why? Why not? It's fun, and I wouldn't mind to learn to know you better. We have exchanged like 2 messages before. Exactly. That's why we need to learn more about each other. And why do you even care all of a sudden? Why not? You seem cool, kissing face. Hello there. Dot. You turned me down back then though. Right. So let's go. It's gonna be fun. It's the Midsummer Eve tomorrow. Oh yeah, this game was actually released like... I don't remember if it was the Midsummer Eve or the day after, but well... Yep, perfect day to go camping. I hate mosquitoes and bugs. I have off and can't shoo off the other ones. Oh yeah, off is like a brand of like mosquito repellent, like here. Like it's kinda a meme here in a way. But it does work. You wouldn't like to camp with a vegan. I'm vegan too. Bunny face. Is she asking me because she's bored or something? Or did someone cancel at the last minute and leave her scrambling the bottom of the barrel for another victim? Not that I'd actually hate camping, save for the bugs and having to do it alone. It wouldn't be alone with her, as she said that she'll take care of the bugs too, but... It's all so sudden. Let's go, puffy face. What am I even supposed to do? Just come to the bus station tomorrow at noon. I'll sort out everything else. Can I even decline? If you really don't wanna go. It's not like I don't want to go, but with a stranger. Although, maybe it's not that awkward since she wasn't interested in me that way to begin with. And she seemed fun back then in the cafe, so maybe I should give that friendship thing a chance now. Well, I guess I could go, but only for one day. One day and night. Night? Yeah, I have a comfy tent, so it's gonna be a breeze. I hate sleeping in drafty places. Good one, laughing face. Right. So one day and night tomorrow? Well, I guess so. Yay. Henna has disconnected. She's a bit of a weirdo, but it's hopefully fine. I guess I'll text mom just in case and let her know. Started a chat with mom. I have gone crazy and decided to go camping with a total stranger. Assume that I'm dead if I don't answer the phone the day after tomorrow. Thumbs up. The next day, I walked to the bus station and we hopped into the bus right away. Somebody's baby was crying like no tomorrow for the whole bus trip. I could hardly even hear my own thoughts, never mind what my new redhead friend was trying to say. Yeah, it is kinda what people sometimes do on the phone. Like not feeling like answering, so you just give the thumbs up. After a trip that felt like a little forever, we finally got off the bus and headed into the depths of the woods. And soon enough, that baby though, my ears still ring. Such an energetic little pooper. Anyway, we are finally here, free in the wilderness. No poop or intense cries within kilometers, maybe apart from when the bugs try to assault you. I'm not that afraid of them. Are you sure? I won't shit myself at very least. Oh. Anyway, what are we going to do? Yeah, just standing here sounds pretty boring to me. ... Huh? Close your eyes. You're not going to do anything weird, are you? Not at all. Okay. La 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 la. Oh. Oh my goodness. What? Quick, open your eyes. What is it? Oopsie daisy. Looks like we have somehow time traveled to the Stone Age. Okay. It's not okay. Don't you get how serious this is? No, not really. We are stuck here in the middle of nowhere. How can we ever survive? Like normally. That's not how it works. How does it work then? Don't we still have the tent? Yes, it's still over there. We have plenty of food and water then. I guess so. What's the problem then? No texting, no internet, no social media. You're an addict. I can't quit anytime. Give me your phone. No! We are in the Stone Age, aren't we? Subbies. You didn't think this through, did you? How can you think through a sudden time travel accident? Beats me. But it's not like I hate this kind of gags, so I guess I'll humor her. How do you know this is the Stone Age anyway? Why wouldn't I? It could as well be the Bronze Age, the Iron Age, or whatever. The wilderness has always looked more or less the same, so you can't just go like, oh, this is the Stone Age. ... Well, you are technically correct, dear Anna. This could be the Bronze or the Iron Age too, but it's not like it really matters. So, let's just call it the Stone Age, alright. Could be the Modern Age too. Let's just call it the Stone Age, alright? Right. Anyway, come, let's take a look at our surroundings. Okay. Such beautiful scenery. I see a wooden motorboat. No, that can't be. It must be a canoe. Yeah, cave people can make canoes, can't they? Yeah, sure. But it's making like motor sounds. That's just a mammoth roaring in the bushes. Can't be mammoths. We must be far, far beyond the Ice Age, judging by this heat. ... Actually, it was me. If that's the case, then you're sleeping outside tonight, Stinky. No. I take it back. It wasn't me. It was just a joke. What was it then? ... Hey, nice weather today, by the way. Oh, I won't let that slide. Hey there, any luck with the fish? Guy, you bet, hubby already got one hell of a pike. Nice, good luck. Hubby, you too, girls. And this is like by the way, like a low-key way to like hint like these guys might be gay. ... What? Didn't know an introvert could do that. You mean like talk? Besides, I never told you I'm an introvert. When we met in the cafe, you were hiding alone in the corner, curled in a fetal position. It's not like I couldn't talk to strangers if I wanted to. I'm talking to you after all. I'm a stranger. Very much so. Oh, the horrors. And I thought we were friends. Give it some time. ... Are we friends now? No. There is no justice in this world. Right. ... Anyway, how long is this Stone Age thing going to last? I don't know. If it hasn't ended by tomorrow, I'm going home by myself. I'm sure it will end by then somehow. Sure, somehow. Well, just for the fun of it, suppose that this lasted for a really long time. Oh, what would we do once we run out of food? We could collect berries or something. Blueberries won't be ripe until July. We could fish. You said that you're vegan. It's the Stone Age. Would you murder a fish just because it's the Stone Age? With your bare hands even? Dot dot dot. Did you know that you can eat dandelions? Would you stuff yourself full of dandelions just because it's the Stone Age? Dot dot dot. How about we make a campfire and fried tofu sausages? Sure, why not? So, how has today been? Okay. You seem to have a lot of fun. I did? Yeah, you were absolutely beaming. As much as your average deadpan Finn. 1 whole millimeter of a smile. Dot dot dot. It's the longest gag ever, but it has been surprisingly fun. And the nature isn't that bad either. It's kind of romantic even, right now. And she's so cute and fun, but friendship. Dot dot dot. See, you're smiling now too. I don't know about that, but I guess I am having fun. Sweet. Dot dot dot. By the way, you're gay, aren't you? Why are you asking? Just to make sure. Surely there were no words for gay or straight in the Stone Age. Yeah, but are you? That's not in lore with this Stone Age thing, so I'm not answering. No, how about me ugh, you ugh. You weren't supposed to be interested. Yeah, not back then because I had relationship ending issues. You didn't look like that. You didn't look like you were having fun today. Fair point, but... Okay, I guess I really can't argue with that. But still, why even exchange numbers back then? You seemed cool and were basically guaranteed to remain single until I was over it. I could have found a date if I wanted to. Introverts aren't that hopeless. But you're still single. Yeah. But you could have at least done it later to make it less confusing. Good thing I didn't, because you never came to the cafe another time. I tried once, but it was cancelled. Well, she's awkward, so that basically was like, yeah, I'm not sure if I do that again. Oh, so cute. It's not. You could learn about cute by looking in the mirror. Just saying. Right. Anyway, are you having good time here in the Stone Age? I guess so. Wanna have even more? You know, wink wink, ugh ugh. Not in that way. I'm not that kind of a girl. Not on the first night, no. Man, should have pressed for the two-nighter. That's not how it works. Oh. ... No, you know, I wouldn't mind if we held hands. ... This holding hands thing is the best. Uh-huh. Want a kiss too? I'm not that kind of a girl, etc. Man, let's just hold hands then. Yeah. The next day. Today. Dead? I'm asking. Very. Did you have fun? Went all Stone Age with the girl? Oh my. Did you use protection? Not that Stone Age. The end. Yeah, I do this thing at least, like to highlight the patrons. Thank me for playing, I guess. Kind of awkward. Yeah, like it is a short game and it's basically built around this one gag, but well, humor is kinda like hit and miss sometimes. Some people have like this game, like there are like a couple of comments on each page, but well, I would assume that there are also people who found it like iffy because that's how humor is. But I kind of think the game does what it's supposed to do. Maybe I'll do like this kind of a game. Like if I come up with like another weird gag, basically. One like this is basically like my first like pure like visual novel. It doesn't have like any branching or anything, because I thought that it's easier to nail the humor when there is no branching, basically. Like, it's kinda like you just go on ride and like experience it, that kind of a thing. So I do have like some games that are like little bigger or like much bigger, but well, on this game, like yeah, it's not like super impressive like graphically, but it took quite a while to draw. Like making art is actually pretty slow, and I did struggle like a little bit with the humor, but it hopefully works. Well, I guess that is like that. Well, thank you for watching. I guess like if you have any questions or anything, like you can also like send them as comments or like on my Mastodon or co-host or such. Like the co-host has the asks thingy that you can also use. At least I think it does. Like I haven't gotten any of those asks, so I'm not sure how it works. But yeah, it has been a decent year, I guess. Hopefully, like the coming year might be like rough financially, but I'll try to figure out like a way to make do at least. hopefully at least like streaming will be fun like always. Hopefully I can come up with some fun games again. Like there will be a couple of game jams that I hope to participate to at least. So stay tuned, I guess, and stay tuned for the indie game streaming and well, maybe other streams. Not sure. I kind of want to make like more development streams because they are fun, but it's sometimes tricky. Like depends on the like what I'm doing or working on, like whether it's streamable. But if there are chances, like maybe I'll even stream like some game jam stuff. But we'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching and thank you for the comments and probably see you on Saturday. Anyway, bye bye.